Welcome to 10 underrated 1980s songs that got completely screwed by history. These tracks had killer hooks, perfect production, and should have been massive, but somehow ended up as footnotes while inferior songs grabbed all the glory. Let's fix that right now. 10. Blue Monday, New Order, 1983. Factory Records lost money on every single copy of Blue Monday because the sleeve cost more to produce than they charged for it. The elaborate die-cut design looked like a computer disc and nearly bankrupted the label. Meanwhile, the song became the UK's best-selling 12-inch single of all time, 38 weeks on the UK charts. It basically invented electronic dance music as we know it. That robotic drum pattern was programmed on a Fairlight CMI sampler that cost more than most houses. Every sound was surgically precise. Bernard Sumner's detached vocals floating over a groove that could move glaciers. In America, number 58 on the Hot 100, Criminal Negligence by radio programmers who were too scared of the future. 9. I Ran So Far Away, A Flock of Seagulls, 1982. Forget the haircut jokes. I Ran is anxiety disorder set to a drum machine, and it's brilliant. Those opening synths don't just hook you, they drag you into a paranoid sci-fi thriller. Mike's score sounds genuinely terrified, which makes the whole thing work. The guitar solo cuts through layers of Fairlight like a knife. Hit number 9 in the US, but got dismissed as new wave kitsch. Wrong. This influenced everyone from Depeche Mode to modern synthwave. The silver hair and spacesuits in the video made people miss the point entirely. 8. Love Plus One, Haircut 100, 1982. Haircut 100 got punished for being too good too early. Love Plus One hit number 3 in the UK, then lead singer Nick Hayward quit the band. Career over. 3 minutes of pure joy with a bouncing bass line and horn section that sounds like a celebration. But the lyrics? Relationship falling apart despite all the musical sunshine. Producer Bob Sargent's clean sound was years ahead of early 80s production. Every instrument had space to breathe. This should have made them superstars. Instead, it became a footnote. 7. Don't You Forget About Me, Simple Minds, 1985. Simple Minds didn't want to record this song. Written for the Breakfast Club soundtrack, it was rejected by Brian Ferry and Billy Idol first. The band thought they were too serious for movie music. Their only US #1 hit, and it's nothing like their other work. Jim Kerr's vocals build from whisper to stadium roar, while keyboards create a wall of sound that's both intimate and epic. The irony kills me. Their most famous song is their least representative. But sometimes accidental masterpieces happen when reluctant artists meet perfect material. 6. West End Girls, Pet Shop Boys, 1984. This song was so ahead of its time it had to be released twice. Original version in 1984 went nowhere. Producer Stephen Hague added serious low end. Suddenly it's #1 in 15 countries. Hip-hop made by British art students. Neil Tennant talk singing over Chris Lowe's minimal synths. Lyrics about London-class warfare, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. Dostoevsky references in dance music. That bass line doesn't just anchor the song, it is the song. Deep, rolling, hypnotic. You can hear its DNA in everything from house music to modern pop. 5. Don't Dream It's Over, Crowded House, 1987. Neil Finn wrote this in 10 minutes on a bedroom guitar in Melbourne. 10 minutes for one of the most perfect pop songs ever written. Hit #2 in the US, but somehow became undervalued. Maybe because it sounds effortless, people assume it was easy. Wrong. That opening guitar figure is deceptively simple, but immediately establishes melancholy optimism. Producer Mitchell Froome gave it warm, organic sound, the opposite of 80s production cliches. Real drums, breathing guitars. It sounds timeless because it avoided all the decade's sonic tricks. Should be mentioned with Yesterday and Bridge Over Troubled Water, when discussing perfect pop compositions. Instead, it's, "Oh yeah, I remember that song." 4. True Faith, New Order, 1987. New Order's actual masterpiece, while everyone obsessed over Blue Monday. Written during the aftermath of Joy Division's Ian Curtis, but instead of darkness, they created pure euphoria. Rolling drums, hypnotic bass, Bernard Sumner receiving transmissions from another dimension. Producer Stephen Hague made it radio-friendly without killing its edge. Number 4 in the UK, Invisible in America. Too European, too sophisticated, or maybe American radio wasn't ready for dance music that made you think. The Philippe Decouflé video featured revolutionary choreography, but even that couldn't crack the U.S. mainstream. Their loss. 3. Enola Gay, OMD, 1980. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark wrote a song about the plane that dropped the atomic bomb, set it to the most infectious synth-pop melody imaginable. That takes serious balls. Number 8 in the UK, Invisible in America. This is pop subversion. The darkest moment of the 20th century turned into a dance track that makes you think while moving. Andy McCluskey's deliberately robotic vocals create cognitive dissonance. You're dancing to nuclear warfare, which makes both the music and message more powerful. Just a few chords and a drum machine. Sometimes the best songs do more with less. 2. Tainted Love, Soft Cell, 1981. Everyone knows it, but most don't realize this is one of the most radical cover versions ever. Original was Gloria Jones's 1964 Northern Soul classic. Soft Cell turned it into synth-pop apocalypse. Mark Almond isn't singing, he's suffering through it. Dave Ball's minimalist synths create claustrophobic panic attack vibes. The genius was what they left out. No guitars, no bass, barely drums. Just synthesizers, drum machine, and intense vocals. Number 1 in 17 countries, but still gets dismissed as 80s novelty. The 8-minute version is an emotional breakdown that influenced Depeche Mode to 9 Inch Nails. 1. Fade to Grey, Visage, 1980. Steve Strange was famous for being famous, but this proves he had the goods. New romantic at its most cinematic. Glamorous dystopian future beamed directly to your stereo. Simple Moog sequence, layered with orchestral stabs. Thunderous drums, Strange's dramatic vocals. Number 8 in the UK, Invisible in America. Too European, too theatrical for American radio in 1980. Producer Midge Ure created something simultaneously ancient and futuristic. 40s film noir strings meet space-age synthesizers. Past and future colliding with Steve Strange caught in between. The video defined the decade's visual language, but the song got lost in style discussions. Underneath all that makeup was genuinely great electronic pop. 10 songs that deserved better. The 80s had way more depth than the same dozen tracks on every compilation. These influenced everything that came after, even if they didn't get the chart success they earned. The best songs don't always scream for attention. Sometimes they wait for the right ears to find them. Which ones are you adding to your playlist? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more musical injustices that need fixing.